Hello. Drop a one if you can hear me. Drop a one. Ew. All right. Drop a one if you can hear me and hear me well. Drop a one if you can hear me and hear me well. This might be a members only live stream. This might become a members only live stream. Funny how the very first sin was a woman who ate. A woman who ate. She served and hit the plate. She picked her fate and she said no to heaven's gate. Funny how the very first sin was a woman who ate. A woman who ate. Giving tree of knowledge. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Thema Synthos. Grab your coffee, water, tea, whatever you. Oh, let me remove trigger warning. Ain't no trigger and no warning. How are you all? How are y'all this fine Saturday? I think I need to go do something with some friends. Oh, wait, what? Not you pausing Discord moving. No. Go back and watch it. Ain't nothing happening here. Ain't nothing happening here. I don't go enjoy your time. I'm just watching the Cam Newton interview. That's it. And don't worry your pretty little head. If you were in the Discord watching movies, please go back to the Discord and go watch your movies. I promise you. I promise you it's not that important. Let me hear myself. Hello. All right. So apparently, K Michelle went on Cam Newton's show. I saw part of it in the Shade Room, and I was going to do a video, but I decided to just come live and talk because ain't nobody got time for a video. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I have a question for people who are dating multiple people. How do y'all do it? Like, how do you date multiple people? So, my dating, the way that I date, right? The way I date is I'm in a relationship, I leave a relationship, I pretend I'm healing for a year and be by myself, and then I meet someone randomly. I tell them I can't date till whatever, and then we meet up, and then we get in a relationship. Like that's kind of how I date. Like I don't like date around. So today, this year has been the first year that like dating is a thing, and y'all convinced me to date. But I feel like after the third date, correct me if I'm wrong. After the third date, you're supposed to kind of know. Like I don't feel like you should be dating multiple people. I don't know. It feels weird to go on different dates with different people more than like 3 times. Like that feels weird. And also because I'm someone who plans dates, like in my mind, dates are events and moments where people remember. So like even if we don't end up together, you will always kick yourself in the whatever to say, oh my God, Themis was such a good, like that was such a moment. Like, so that's how I envision dates. To like printed in your mind to make you miss me, even if. So, like, I don't know how people do it. It's like my nervous system is not built for dating multiple people. That's the first thing. The second thing is the idea that I get to choose among people because after the third date, you kind of figure out these people are interested in you. What do you do with that information? Because then it's like you are it feels like now you're like, oh, let me see who fits me best and what I want. And it's like, no, like you just kind of pick someone and you make it work. Like in my head, you just pick someone. Like I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in soulmates. So right, like our twin flames or none of that. I don't believe in any of it. So like I just think you find someone that you're physically attracted to and someone that like is a good person, in good in the way that you define good, and then y'all choose each other and then make it work. Like not like I don't know. This, this feels very very much annoying. And I don't know at what point you start making decisions about who it is, or if you just chop the whole team and start again. Because I feel like if you're dating more than two people and you've been on more than 3 dates, you should not be adding anyone else. Like I don't know, it doesn't anyway. I'm bringing this up because yesterday I was in the elevator. I was in the elevator and I took a video. By the way, Money Long song. What's their song? Let me. I was just listening to it. This has been on my playlist. All right, Superpowers. Money Long song, Money Long, her song Superpower is one of the best written R&B song that I've heard in a long time. And I feel like I've missed out in not like knowing this song existed before this week. So anyway, I put that song and people the three people that I'm talking about reached out to me in my DMs to say, it's okay, I got you. But they said, all three of them essentially said the same thing. So in my mind, I'm like, do they know each other? That was the first thing that came to my mind. And then the second thing that came to my mind is the fact that everyone thought it was about. You know? So yeah, I don't feel like that's a decision I should make. I mean, I think that after organizing 2 out of 3 dates, I feel like I'm done. Whatever happens, happens. What at this stage, what whatever happens, happens. Because mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. All right. So we're not here for me. I don't know how y'all do it. Dating multiple people feels like a chore. It is too emotional, it's too much. I have a social battery and when I'm out, I'm zipping it and doing it. I can be energetic, I can be fun, but there is a child inside of me that I have to like monitor and hug and care for. And I'm like, it's okay. We will be home soon. Please know that you're good. I will protect you. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't cry. Don't be sad. We'll leave. There's too many people here, but we'll leave. I'll take care of you when we get home. we'll go to we'll go to rest. That is happening in my mind every time I'm out. Even when I'm dipping it, I'm doing it. The only person that I'm around constantly for extended period of time where I am not anxious is Vanessa. Vanessa is the only person that I think about outside of my family. And even my family, I'm like, leave me alone. So yeah, I don't know how y'all do it, but It's not working for me. All right. Now, with my personal life out of the way and y'all not helping me because I'm reading the comments and y'all have given me zero suggestion. You have given me zero suggestions. Oh, Vanessa is your special person. But, well, no, because she have a man now, so she got a man, and so I'm gonna need to. Unfortunately, I really like her boyfriend, so like I don't want to end that relationship and cause problems. But this is my first time seeing Keela actually speak. She is a treat. Love it. Tell her, please tell her. Y'all need to show her a lot of love so she can come back. Y'all need to show her a lot of love so she can come back. I do really like talking to her. Um, the problem with Kilo is let me explain why I can't have Kilo on too much. Probably have her once a month if she wants, but here's why I can't have Kilo a lot. Kilo and I are very similar people. And it gets to a point when we're talking that if we get too comfortable, we will both be canceled. it, if Keela and I speak for an extended period of time, we will be canceled. We are very type A, no filter, kind of like it is what it is. I said what I said, like, what do you want from me? And it's not good. In the Discord, it's beautiful, amazing, it's great. But in public, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, we've been called all kind of names. So like, yeah. All right. Thank you all so very much for being here. I can't do brunch with Kilo. Look, if you want the truth, go to Kilo. If you want her honest opinion, go to her. She will not sugarcoat it. She will not lie. She will tell you as it is. And it is the thing that I love the most about her. She'll literally just sit up there and tell you in your face, I don't think that looks good. Can't you reveal boyfriend's race? Let me tell you this. See, Vanessa, as pro-black as we want to think Vanessa is, should I? Vanessa does not close off her racial preferences. You know? Vanessa has never, ever closed off her racial preferences when she dates. It ain't never happened. It ain't her. All right, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. She yeah, no. All right. Thank you all. And we are about to go into a video from Cam Newton. See you on the other side of this. Wait, are my roots dry? No. My roots better be moisturized. All right. All right. I skipped down to the part where what is happening is important. No, I was going through my head before I said anything to see what she's already said on here. I've only repeated things that she has already said on here. We did a cooking thing together, and she she disclosed that on here, so that's why I said that. Talking about that, you know how I'm making videos in my kitchen? I might be twerking and I'm kidding. Cooking with cooking with I might be giving you one of those in that kitchen one day. To be fair, the kitchen quality is not the same as Kaya. I might need a white refrigerator. Look, I think that I went too far. Yeah, that is for sure. So all these women are going on Cam Newton's podcast. Just ignore all of that. Ignore everything I just said. Just her. My lips are too red. This is why I don't like eating red anything before I come on here. Anywho, all of these women are coming on there to tell what's his name, Cam Newton, that he better marry his baby mama. And I don't know why. Like, if the men don't want to marry the baby mama and the baby mama want to sit around and have more baby with him, like, I can get you having one child. I get, like, I get. But for you to sit there with the same man and have multiple babies while the man is actively embarrassing you online, I think that's a different kind of diabolical. I think that's for you to sit around. I'm so sorry. Women's fault, men's fault, don't care whose fault it is. But I do think that it is weird to sit around while a man is disrespecting you, like actively disrespecting you, having children, while other women are going on his podcast to essentially beg him to one, stop embarrassing you, and two, marry you. Like that is insane to me. Also, why would you want to marry a man who is actively disappointing you and disrespecting you publicly? Like marrying a terrible person doesn't change the fact that this is a terrible person who didn't want you. Like it is weird to tell a woman to marry the father of her child just because he's the father of her child. Like Cam Newton don't seem like a good husband. Like why everyone saying marry, 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 marry? Like, are y'all are y'all okay? Like, are y'all okay? Because this idea that you just need to go marry the father of your child is insane to me. First, yeah, sure, you shouldn't have had the child, whatever. I don't know, I don't care. But you have a child, two children, even three, doesn't care, not my business. It does not mean you have to go marry a dusty degenerate. It don't mean that. It does not mean that. And I do think it is time we take marriage off a pedestal. I do. I do. Because the way that y'all are telling everyone that they just need to get y'all sitting up here telling Rihanna she need to y'all told Kiki Palmer that she should be married. Are y'all okay? Why would Kiki Palmer marry the homeless the Darius man that she had a child with? Why would she do that? And I don't care if you're like, oh well, you shouldn't have had a child. Get a life. get a life. Apparently, your life isn't busy enough, so you need to get a life. Talking about why you have a child. Get out of my face. Can she take care of the child? Yeah. Get out of her face too. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my God, you should just be married. It doesn't look good. You should two broke people married or two broke people married. two broke people married or two broke people married. And let me tell you this. Because you are married and broke does not mean you are better than Kiki Palmer, who is rich with a child unmarried. I promise you, if I could choose to be a child of a married broke couple or Kiki Palmer, I'm probably going to want to be the child of Kiki Palmer. like I all right. Anyway, this is not about marriage. Let's yeah. Oh my God, you should just get married. Yeah, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Ebony K. Williams showed y'all what she doing, and y'all think that I would choose to be anyone's child who is under Ebony K's tax bracket before I'm Ebony K's child. No, You mean? Anywho, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. Please, please like this channel. Um, I do love marriages. I just think there is a place for marriages. It should be very thoughtful how people engage in marriages. And no, you're not going to beat someone over the head with your dusty marriage. Like, you're not going to do that. I will not allow it. Every time someone steps up and say you should have gotten married, there I will be telling you, get out of my face and get out of their faces. every time I will pop up. I will pop up wherever there is a person telling another person you should have gotten married. Because here's the thing. If your life is trash with the father of your child unmarried, it would be trash married. Your life would not be better because you're married if the man is trash. Like, it's that's not a thing. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. Let's hear what K Michelle went on. K Michelle introduced herself, talked about how she learned to yodel, blah blah blah. So I found the place where they started talking about Cam Newton's personal life, because instead of going to get therapy, Cam Newton just getting black women on to be his therapist and justify to us why he's not creating broken homes and why he's a good man, a godly man, a true man, an alpha man. Girl, he's everything, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Cool.
About me.
What I say about you?
Left my baby mama for a stripper. Men today face immense pressure to perform, to provide, and to keep it all together. So it's no wonder that
because that's all the media has put out there. Yeah. And I don't know about no football unless I'm dating a football man. I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like a football fan. Yeah. So if you see someone, sure. I saw you with this big personality, mm-hmm. and I was like, oh, he fly shit. Like, I watched that. I saw that you was like a rebel. I'm always for the people that are not in line with what people think. So that's my first time seeing you and witnessing who you were. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, while witnessing that, I got to witness he left this and this and that. And me being for the women and writing these songs about me. And I was like, oh, this is juicy. If I'm being honest, this is some juicy shit.
Can I make it juicier?
Yeah, make it.
She was the stripper.
Who was the stripper?
I never left nobody for a stripper.
Both were strippers.
No. She was. That's why I didn't leave under those premises. And the reason why I'm open to saying that mm-hmm. is because I've had clearance with her to make it public. Mm-hmm.
She does not sound like Doja Cat. You're out of pocket. She doesn't. I don't know. Okay, so I am not a fan of her speaking voice. I don't know why, but she can sing. Like, I don't even need to hear her speak. I actually really love her voice. But yeah, her speaking voice is, I don't know if she's doing it intentionally.
And just like her, a lot of people have history in dancing. Yeah. So it's no, like, some people be like, oh, he dated a strip. Like, where I'm from, yeah, it may not sound good, but to walk around with something that like, dare I say, because I'm a church boy, I'm rebellious, I'm the black sheep. It's like when I was always going against the grain. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where we found our love at. Mm-hmm. In this rebellious state, like, yo, I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we have 4 beautiful kids together, 5 collectively. And yeah, even still to this day, we have a great working relationship. There's times there's ebbs and flows, just like any other relationship. And I think she's one of 3 baby mothers that I have. I'm currently with one.
Okay.
I think the thing that a lot of people may say is, I always have to monitor how the children feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's times where I feel like, yo, our relationship is unbelievable. And then there's also some times where I feel like, why are we playing this childish game? Going back to when two adults
I have nowhere to talk. People tell me they hate my voice. No, no one has ever told me they hate my voice in person. But on YouTube, a lot of people tell me they hate my voice. So
have issues with each other, if y'all don't prioritize the children, then they will be affected the most.
Absolutely.
So that's just a ongoing, relationship that I need to stay healthy. Because if we've had our, ups and downs, and some of it and most of it has been public, but that's my dog. Like that's a person that's still my responsibility. Make no mistake about that.
Mm-hmm.
The woman that I'm with now knows that about each person that I procreated with.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the alpha male in me. Like I take care of mine, So the narrative also, may have been he's creating broken homes. Yeah, but I take care of each.
Does that bother you?
It really does. It really does. But needless to say, I take care of my homes. I don't even like my baby.
So even that, he can't sit in discomfort. By the way, I'm not going to psychoanalyze. He cannot sit in discomfort long. He brushes off his discomfort. It bothers him that people say he creates broken home. He does. He's created a bunch of broken homes. It don't matter how he feels. It is what it is. Cam Newton created a bunch of broken homes. He is as degenerate in my mind as the rest of the men creating a bunch of broken homes. I think the difference with him is he has money, and so he can, I think, financially support these broken homes, but these homes are in fact broken. Yeah.
Baby mama saying that they a single parent. You got too much support.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
I think the thing where I have watched what you've gone through is the rebellion and being a very rebellious person, and being from a college graduate to a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think I witnessed it and I thought it was like a win for like dancers because too, we are human.
Yeah.
And I watch what's going on with you, Cam.
Also, it is the height of disrespect to have a woman there interviewing them while you're smoking a cigar and the cigar is lit. Mind you, she's not just a woman, she's a singer. Her voice, her instrument is like the most important part of her career, of her job. And you are sitting there, cross-legged and all, with that hat, with that hair, with a cigar in her face. That is insane. That, just like, ugh. Just, ugh.
And I watch people's opinions of this and that. And I make sure I watched everything that you've been saying and how you have conducted your shows and everything, because I wanted to know what I was walking into. I am what people might call a feminist. But I'm also a realist, and I get it. I know that probably has affected you in a manner of creating broken homes, but taking care of your kids and still being in the public. Look.
I wanted to do a vote on feminist. I don't know that. So the clips that I saw from K. Michelle crying, trying to beg Cam Newton to marry a woman. I don't know. It doesn't feel. I mean, feminism is different for different people. It shows up different. Period, K. Michelle. Let me be clear. I like K. Michelle. I like her transparency with everything that she's been through and being a proponent for truth about the dark side of plastic surgery and all of that. So I have nothing bad to say about her. Let's continue.
When it comes to stuff like that, guess what? Your kids are the only one that matter in that situation, and what they see and what they feel. I don't know anything about the women personally that you date or anything. I can only say that at the end of the day, it's about your kids. And it is about, you know, maybe you're not in the home every day.
Facts.
My parents have been together over 30 some years. Okay. And I don't know how it would feel to not have my father at home every day when I came home. So I know men can go have babies here, this and that. But what happened? What happened to structure? What happened to the feel of your father being there, this and that? I know that you are well off and you can handle and take care and spread yourself far around for a lot of people.
Right.
But you have to understand how women feel and how fuck the media, because they're gonna whether you was married and doing that or not, they still gonna say some shit.
Right.
But what happened to the structure that I saw my grandfather, do? The structure of one woman, even if he was dipping off on the side, but coming home to one woman.
Yeah, wait. Wait. Yeah, absolutely not. Wait, sorry. Wait. Give me a second. All right. So we know we we know the reason. I don't know this, but I'm going to assume that the reason K. Michelle's family, her parents, stayed together is because the mom stayed through cheating. Like, I don't fully understand what she thought she meant there. Like, I don't fully understand what feminist singers and sex workers also don't hang around smoke. They need their. Someone blocked Ultimate Enigma. The Ultimate, you're getting blocked. No, you're getting blocked. No. Talking about Hope Themis don't get. You're getting blocked. Your privileges for sending super chats and writing in the chat has been revoked. Blocked. Blocked. Even if he was dipping a huff in the side is diabolical. Aparia, right. Right.
Right.
But you have to understand how women feel and how fuck the media, because they're gonna whether you was married and doing that or not, they still gonna say some shit.
Right.
But what happened to the structure that I saw my grandfather, do? The structure of one woman, even if he was dipping off on the side, but coming home to one.
All right. I blame women and feminism for the lack of structure. I do. Here's why. Women broke up the family. I think women are deciding to leave when these men have women on the side. Yep. Now, K. Michelle, is that a problem for you? Is that a problem for you? Because I think men would be happy to continue having the same kind of relationship that your grandparents had, where Papa was a Rolling Stone and he was out there dipping it and doing it, but coming home to this woman. I think the men would be okay with that. So I think the structure you were talking about, K. Michelle, the one that you miss, I don't think it's a man problem. I think women have decided, yeah, absolutely not. I think women, I think that women have decided, yeah, absolutely not. So I think you can blame women. I think women can take that L if that is an L. If K. Michelle is giving out L's, I think she can give that to women. We're talking about what happened to the structure. We miss the structure where a man comes home to a family, even if he is dipping it and doing it on the side. Girl, get out of my face. If you don't get out of everyone, get okay, Michelle, girl, absolutely not. It's gonna be a no from absolutely everyone.
One woman, every day and being there and seeing your kids every day. You probably see your kids. I don't know what you do every day. I'm not here to judge you. You probably see them every day still. But don't you think they deserve to always have you there in home?
I'm just waiting for you to finish. Yeah. You done?
Oh, you are me.
That is a question. Also, why is he so defensive? Why? Don't you think your kids deserve to have you at home? That is a question. His response. No, I'm just waiting for you to be done. Y'all just be out here wasting y'all's breath on men. Y'all just be out here, oh my God, please listen. Like, why y'all wasting your breath on men? Because at this point, you just leave or move the subject on to something else. Are you done? What? No. She did all that twerking for him, and he still disrespected her. Instead of saying you're a degenerate man who's created broken families and continue to create broken families, what are you going to do about this? Instead of doing that, she went round and round. She meandered and vacillate between points just to make it softer for his ego. And he still disrespected her. No, Themis, that was too polite. He dismissed her. Yeah, it was too polite. Way too polite.
Okay, go.
No, I think we share something in. I want to get to our relatability of being misunderstood, but to answer your question, yes, they do deserve that. I think there's a story behind every story that I've been the bigger person in saying, you know what, you told your story? Cool. I'll be the bad guy because it's so easy for me to do. Because in media, the man is always the bad guy. You can't name me a man that.
Did you cheat on your exes? Did they leave because you cheated on them? Yes, you're the bad guy. Were you cheating on your exes? Yes, they left for some other reason. You cheated on your exes. You're the bad guy. Like, what do you mean? You're currently cheating on your girlfriend. You said you go out. Apparently, it's open on your end and closed on hers. You're the bad. Like, I'm so confused. Why you think you're not the bad guy? Like, I'm genuinely confused. By the way, please don't get emotional or care about any of this. Cam Newton does not deserve your energy. I'm doing this for fun. Honest to God, I'm doing this for fun.
Broke off a situation that he's like, oh, he's
not gonna happen.
It's just not gonna happen. So out of respect and love for her, that story that, oh, you left this, whatever y'all want to take. But between me and you.
Okay.
I ain't even talking about K. Michelle. I'm talking about the situation.
Okay.
You know what the situation.
How do I know?
I'm talking. See, I'm using you as.
Tell me. I want to know. Tell me.
I think to protect other sources.
You don't even want to get it.
This is not the platform to say that. My maturity has taught me that. My team.
He ain't got no maturity. His team ain't taught him nothing. He's the bad guy. He doesn't have an answer, and he's just talking to talk right now. He wants us to pretend that there is some kind of story behind the fact that he was cheating on his. Cheat is abuse. So he was abusing his exes. So Cam, we don't care. The only maturity is on his head. The only thing that has matured is whatever is on his head. that thing on his head is grown, girl. That is mature.
Has also taught me that everything ain't for everybody. But understand this, my children do deserve a two-parent household. The reality is that's just not how it worked out. Now, the guilt in me feels that.
You have a guilt?
No. When you hear it, there can be a guilt that happens. It's like you create broken homes.
See, he does not own negative emotions at all. This is the second time he's done that since we've been watching. He just said the guilt that I have. Oh, you have guilt. No, the guilt that one can feel. What? So you're not going to own that negative emotion. You're not going to deal with it. You're not going to have it tell you something about yourself and how to operate so you don't feel that guilt. Like, I don't understand how you just push that off. I just kind of sidestep your own emotion. I don't know how you do that. It's probably a superpower because, like, I would love to not feel so deeply. So maybe I need to go ask Cam Newton how he sidestep emotion in the way that he sidestep accountability.
I can't do nothing about that now. But what I can do is try to make my wrongs right. I do that by showing up constantly. I have certain things that I do with children, my children specifically, that's our thing.
But what about now and having new kids and creating, is that a goal of yours? And you don't have to answer to anybody.
No, ask the question that you're asking.
You want me to ask you a real question?
Please. Go there.
Okay. Well, having the situation and relationship that you're in.
Girl, just spit it out. She's gonna meander for no reason. You've created a bunch of broken homes. Are you planning to marry the girl that you're with right now? Because apparently you impregnated her twice and ain't no ring, because apparently marriage is the end all be all for everyone. Are you planning to be with this person forever? She gonna meander to get this question out for no reason. You ain't right, Amina. You ain't right.
Now, I did see that your significant other now is having
another
one. Mm-hmm. Is your goal to create? I think everyone would like to know, is your goal right now to create a two-parent home for your child that you already have and your new child? Is that the goal? Because you do skate around that. From everything that I've watched, you do kind of skate around it. Is the goal? What is the ultimate goal right now in your dating and having kids?
Every situation that I've ever been in, I thought this was the last one.
Okay.
So to answer that question, do I plan on moving on after her? No. Okay. The plan has always been, even with the first, the second, the third, is nobody goes into a situation.
You know, you've never said that.
The fact that she stood up there like, you know, you've never said that. He still didn't answer. If every single situation he went into in the past, he wanted it to be the only situation, the last one. Why did he cheat? And how has he changed so that this one can in fact be the last one? Those are the questions you need to be asking. You should not be sitting up there being like, oh, cool. Now we know that you were trying to treat this one like the last couple that you've had that all failed. Every single one that you've had previously failed. And you said you're going into this one the same way you went into all of the other failed ones. What are you doing differently now to make sure that this one is different. Because apparently just choosing random other women doesn't work, because everywhere you go, there you are. Everywhere you go, you're there, Cam Newton. And it seems like you are the problem. Every other situation, every other person cannot be the problem. You are the problem.
That, like I've said, before I come somewhere, because I be attacked, I wanted to know what I was talking about when talking to you.
Oh, for sure.
You know, this is actually kind of the first time when you have said, my goal is to not have another significant other.
She's so annoying to me right now. No, she's not annoying, but she's annoying me right now. And the reason is he didn't give you anything. He told you that he's never got into a situation not thinking it was the last. And obviously, every situation he went into wasn't the last. Therefore, he said absolutely nothing. He said absolutely nothing now. And the fact that she's hanging on it for dear life is actually kind of annoying me. Like, he said nothing. He evaded the question again, which also, if you were his girlfriend, Jasmine, whatever her name is, how do you sit up there and be embarrassed? How do you sit there and be embarrassed repeatedly?
You know, like,
Yeah.
really say that.
Well, let me say it.
Okay.
My goal has never been to have multiple significant others.
Okay.
It just worked out like that. So when I say my wrongs to the world or to the stereotype of what a household should be,
Mhm.
it has always been screwed up.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you think a household should be?
I think
God, why is it? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I don't think anyone can hold this man accountable. And it's no one's responsibility to hold him accountable, because if he wanted to, he would. And forcing him to be with her and say she's his final destination, and then she's the one he's gonna choose, I don't think it's other women's responsibility. If Jazz, whatever her name is, want to sit there and have a bunch of children with a man who obviously don't like her and don't mind her being attacked continuously, that is a her problem. I do believe that. That's a her problem.
there should be a male presence and a female presence in each household, because there are certain things that a man or a female should only or can learn specifically from a man.
Yep.
And then there are certain things that can only be taught from a female.
Okay.
So
Some things can be taught by a man, and then others can be taught by a female. So why did you have to dig deep in your vocabulary to drag the word female out, but for man, you use man and not male? I've always found that interesting. I don't react negatively to people saying female or male, depending on how you're using it. When you use male and then female, you're a very specific type of man. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's my conclusion. I do find it odd though. You got it. You got it. Girl, he dug deep. He dug deep for that. It is more than one syllable. It is more than one syllable, girl. So
that's what I do believe in. I do believe there should always be a two-figure household.
Can I ask you something you might get mad at me about?
Man, you can't make me mad. I'm bulletproof.
We all get mad.
No, trust me. I promise you. There's nothing that a person can say that I haven't already cleared with myself. I just make sure that what I say doesn't offend the innocent.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm a straight
Ask you.
shooter.
So let me ask you this. Being that you're living your life and you are who you are, you have your significant other who is who she is. Do you ever at night and when you're alone or in a space ever feel like your speaking and things are hurting her.
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel? Like, what does that do
It took
to
her
you?
to tell me that. I didn't know. Because you got to understand too that people have.
He said, yes, there are times he said things that are upsetting her. How do you feel? Oh, I don't know. She needs to tell me that. So you don't know that dragging your dragging your girlfriend, baby mama, whatever, publicly is going to cause a ton of pain for her. You couldn't have known that on your own. She has to tell that to you. When someone asks, do you want more children? And you say yes. And then the follow-up question is from the current partner you're with. And your response is, I don't know, whatever God has for me. You don't know that would come off very poorly and that your girlfriend will be dragged. Mind you, I keep saying girlfriend and cringing because I don't actually know if it's his girlfriend or just like a maid that he has children with. Because that girl came online saying she's tired and that she's cooking and she's not eating and no one is checking in on her. And she said she gets up. she gets up before everyone and makes sure they all eat. And she ain't getting no food. And he doesn't do like I don't know what their relationship is. It could be a girlfriend, it could be a maid, it could be a fiance, it could just be a random person living in his home that is getting pregnant. I don't know.
Have to give.
And he keeps referring to her. Mind you, at no point do we hear her name. She's a situation. The situation I'm in. He keeps calling her a situation. Not even like a situationship. He keeps saying, he keeps calling her the situation he's in.
Other people grace because those aren't prerequisites of understanding for most men. And I always say this about men. Men don't register things the same way females do. Meaning, I don't know how that make you feel. I know if you ask me a question, would you hit? Yeah, I hit. But you standing next to your woman.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, men do not register the way females do, right? And the example he gave is not some internal like joke that is only if you're part of the boys club you will know, right? It's not some inside kind of locker room conversation that you speak in code, right? It is if someone asks you, would you hit while you're with your girlfriend, you're going to say yes if you would. And he doesn't know how that would make his girlfriend feel. I do think people need to stop talking about men and women insofar as what they want to do, because I'm pretty sure a lot of men, myself included, would know not to say that. I'm pretty sure a lot of men would know not to say that. So instead of projecting onto the entirety of manhood your degenerate ideas, how about you own the fact that you might be cognitively impaired? You know what I mean? Like you might be emotionally stunted and there might be something else happening up top on your end that you might need to go fix. You know what I mean? Like I do think that he might be suffering from something that I won't diagnose, but like I do think he might be suffering from a little bit of like just the I mean he was playing football, and maybe the damage done to him playing football is more than we know of.
And how does that make her feel? I don't consider those things. I not used to. But now it's like, would you hit?
I don't consider those things. So you do know. If you say you don't consider it, you not considering her feelings is different from you not knowing what her feelings would be. Those are two very different things. He ain't suffering from nothing but ignorance and audacity. By the way, Vitamin, let me know if you're free. Let me know if you're free. I can drop the link in the Discord if you want to come up. Because we just chilling and I don't even know if this is gonna stay up. I can send it. I'm gonna send it to you regardless. I'm just gonna go ahead and send it to you on Insta. Go to Instagram if I can find you.
Do you see, like, I don't even get into that, but the attack on your significant other now, the type of attack that she goes through every day, you got tears in my eyes. That type of attack is the type of attack, that I've gone through in different things. And
maybe he was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Are you gonna talk about Tyler Perry's crappy movie? Yeah, I'm gonna watch probably tomorrow, and I'll talk about it with members only. That will be a members only content. Hello.
Let me entertain you. How you doing, boo?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I was asleep all day.
Period.
Why you got this man? I can't say that. Never mind. Why you got this man on my screen?
Girl, I was bored. My friend said, "Come out," and they told me they were gonna leave at 11 o'clock. So I was like, "All right, let me not start any new project and let me come live for the next couple hours and then go out."
Okay, yeah, because he sucks. He absolutely sucks. He is not. He's just ignorant and he doesn't care, and he know who to do that to. Like the way he's talking about, I just don't consider. I'm not. Yeah, we see you're not considerate, and we saw how Jazzy was talking. We know how it happened. There's no mystery. There's no, magic potion or anything you got going on. Yeah. You're just an asshole. And she wanted a What did she say? When a rich nigga put the pressure on you, she's under pressure. And we see
under pressure, girl.
Yes, we see the nature of the pressure she's under, and I think she sees now too. But it's a little too late.
Wait, Janine says, unfortunately, he looks so much like my son. You've been a member for 37 months. Thank you. Well, that's good for your son because he's not unattractive. He's a very attractive man, I think. Now, just make sure your son is a better man than him.
And to me, she's like a pretty amazing woman.
Oh.
And being in the media, you're never going to be right. They're going to attack you for anything, like good or bad. But the type of attack that your significant other gets, I feel is very unfair.
And it's in large part self-inflicted.
What you mean?
Wait, did he say she inflict the harm on herself? The fact that she's getting dragged is her fault. Period.
He's not gonna take. You think he's gonna take any kind of responsibility? He is the prize. I think he said that before.
How you gonna sit there and say it's self-inflicted? You like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. Absolutely.
Probably like, cause look, he ain't telling you nothing. I mean, we don't know what he says when they're alone. But everything he does say in public, prayers for that
Self-inflicted.
lady.
To say it's self-inflicted is nasty work. She's getting attacked. I mean, it is self-inflicted. Let me tell you how. Her content before him and her content after him deserves to be dragged. They do. So maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe it's self-inflicted. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's the dangers of chasing algorithms and like stuff, because now it's got me thinking like, was she just saying that because she actually felt that way or wanted to feel that way, or was she saying that because she recognized that that was how she was getting engagement and whatever.
Yeah, that sucks. Ugh.
Meaning, inside the household, I bring these attacks to her. She used the words.
He corrected himself. He caught it. He caught himself. That is not what self-inflicted means. That is not what he caught himself, and I will give him credit for catching himself. Because he just blamed himself finally. He was like, by self-inflicted, I mean the household. I bring it in. If you're causing harm to her, that is not self-inflicted. You better save himself. You better lip sync for your life. You better lip sync. You better lip sync for your life, girl. Period.
One thing Dr. Facilier is going to do is try to make himself look better. I'm looking at what they had. There's always a tribal aspect to his outfits.
Girl, he trying to get in tune with the ancestors.
Oh, they waiting for him on the other side. They gonna turn him every which way but loose because he's doing way too much.
Hey, right.
Not me. She said, baby, I feel like a piñata.
Nuh-uh, where you go? Come back.
I feel like a piñata.
Don't laugh. I mean, K. Michelle sitting there trying not to laugh.
Oh, that ain't right. Mind you, Jazzy has been pretending nothing is wrong. Right, Jazzy? So to come up here and say Jazzy said she feels like
I hope they in like some kind of couples counseling or something, because he come and be talking and nothing he says ever makes any of it any better. Like he stayed talking about her in ways that just makes it so much worse. Shut up.
She said she felt like a piñata. Girl, who beating her? Who hitting? Who? Oh, I didn't even see what you were saying. She's really trying to hold that laugh back.
She is trying so hard. Look, I know exactly how they feel.
Whew.
They got her a camera on her at every angle too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she dying inside right now. Not a piñata.
And you're setting me up.
Oh.
So with that, I needed her to tell me that. It never and this is the thing too. My first baby mama didn't tell me that because she probably didn't know how.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that she didn't feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
My second baby mama didn't tell me that because she probably didn't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they were wrong and you have a different story and you could drag them, but you were the bigger person. But all the time, they were your piñatas.
Nobody should have had to tell you that, you idiot. That is just such an awful, like, nobody should, you know what you're saying. Ain't no way you sit and say, oh, I'm going to tell if I see somebody, and if somebody comes up to me when I'm with my significant other and says, would you hit? I'm going to say, yeah, it is. But like, there's no way you say something like that and don't know. It's not that you don't know. It's not that you're unaware. You don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. It is not that you don't know. It's that you don't care. That's it. Like, it's not that you don't know, it's that you don't care. That's it.
And now, as we're going through things, and this is why I always tell females, and I'm grateful that we're having this conversation and you're asking me these questions, is because even as strong as I am, even as successful and how much money, I still need help. Help meaning, you got to tell me, babe. Like, I don't know how this is affecting. No, for sure. And sometimes.
So she got to tell you not to cheat. These females, FEEMIALS, these females got to tell you not to cheat.
And she sit there and talk about some all males. And that's what I know, Kay. And that's why I'm not doing this. This is an insult. This is an insult to people's intelligence. This is an insult to people's dignity. What are you talking about?
Right. I keep forgetting he's like 35, 38. I don't know. Because I keep thinking he's like 24, 25.
Now, what looking at this individual makes you think that?
It's not looking at him makes me think that. It is not looking at him that makes me think that.
Okay.
It is what he's saying. This feels like a child. This feels like a child. Like, it feels like he does not understand emotions. He does not think about anyone else but himself. He only cares about pleasure, and he dismisses everyone else, right? And then he pushes away bad emotions. So this feels like a child. This feels like when I'm with my little cousin and I have to explain to them how they are hurting someone, or like how to like sit down and tell me how they're feeling. Like, this doesn't feel like a grown person.
No, Themis. This is a high value man. And I want to point out too, not all children are like this. I know plenty of emotionally, connected children that can and do express themselves. And then, everybody slips up sometime. Everybody gets in a little selfish mode or whatever. But I know plenty of children that are so considerate, and think of others.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good.
I had a moment when I was in Jamaica a while ago where my little cousin, like, they were sad and they were just hitting things. And after I sat them down and I explained to them that it's okay to be sad, you can cry. And they were like, that's not exactly what they said, but they were like, Uncle Themis, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yeah. And they just hugged me and started crying and then said, I am sad. I don't feel good. And I don't think they knew how to like confront those like really sad, because they don't like, I don't know, maybe they do know, but this man, he's done it multiple times in the interview where he's like, oh, I feel bad about this. And when they ask, oh, you feel bad about this, he's like, no, generally people would feel bad about this. So he does not own like embarrassment, shame. He does not own any of those feelings, like,
well, I
at
will
all.
say this much.
Bell hooks. Sorry, go ahead.
When it comes to like children, it is about the environment. And this is not me. I don't know none of your people, so this is not me saying. But kids have to be taught. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that we come out immediately being able to do. And also, it depends on if we're allowed to do so in the environment. So yeah, children may have challenges in doing that if they're not being taught how to do it. This is a grown man, and I'm assuming based on the stuff that he said about his past and stuff like that, that he probably wasn't in an environment where it was modeled or valued for a man, TM, to be doing that. So I get that this is something, that he does not know. But what I'm saying is, like, he's a grown-ass man. He gets to choose now, and he has repeatedly, this is like the third or fourth woman that we've known of him being with since he's been a famous person, a notable person. And this is how you're choosing to be. And you have these different women and you're having these different experiences and you're making these children and all this other stuff. And it never occurred to you, maybe I should be a bit more considerate to my partner. Maybe I shouldn't be, maybe me being so cavalier about any whim I have that's sexual in nature or anything to do is not conducive to building and maintaining a family structure. Maybe I should do less of that. So that's where I'm like, with the kid, if you let kids go, kind of, they find their way usually to a more communal way of being. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, this is not an excuse for him. I'm not on my bell hooks tonight. It's not an excuse for him because you're grown. You now need to address your issues. And he won't. Because there's no introspection. CJ, appreciate that. Agreed. There's no introspection.
Women lead with, you're supposed to lead.
Mhm.
And that could be like, hold on, but I still need you to give me insight so I can lead us.
Can you
Right.
pause?
And
How dare he? How dare he? We have, unfortunately, I have seen too many instances of him pointing out this idea of a man is supposed to be in control and this and that and the other. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear this from you. And I'm not saying that, yes, we were talking about like stuff needs to be modeled for him. It's clear that he has not had certain things modeled for him. However, you are a grown ass man and you know enough to be sitting up here pontificating, thinking that you are this guru or this life master or whatever. You don't know enough to be able to say, again, you know what? I hear my girlfriend crying in the shower. I see her walking around looking downtrodden and the life draining from her eyes. I see her. Maybe I should do things that don't create that. Huh? Maybe I should be a bit more helpful and
You saw
present
your
with her.
girlfriend doing what?
Like she
Yeah,
said,
fine.
have you been listening at the door? What was that song? What was that song? Beyonce, pray you catch me whispering.
Just stress.
You stressing sis out, and you know it. She said it multiple times. You live in the house. I know you see it. You're not fooling me.
You're out of pocket for that.
Because we watch a lemonade play out in real time. I'm waiting for her day when she just pop up and be like, "Fuck."
Who the do you think I is?
Yes, come on. And
You
he
were
gonna be
not
like,
in my hair
he
now,
gonna be like,
so.
next. He just gonna move on to the next.
Next one. No, but
In a
that's the
whole
thing,
love
though.
drought. Yes.
I brought a problem. This has always happened for rich men, but even for broke men now with internet and accessibility, I don't think a lot of men have to work on themselves. They could just move to the next woman, run her dry until she is fed up, and when she pushes back, they just jump to another. There is no need at all to ever reflect because you can just keep moving from people to people. You can just do that. And so like when relationships get hard, these men just leave. They don't have to deal with any of it. Like for real, they don't have to deal with any of it. There's always a woman available and willing to let him live out his fantasy for a year, 2 years, maybe even 4 years. And when he's done and they're fed up, he just moves on to the next woman.
Oh, the next woman is already there, and you're not going to tell me she like the way he's talking. You're not going to tell me she is not waiting in the wings, warming up, ready to go. Because what's going to happen is you heard him. He said it before about his other baby mom. She left me, or something. You know what I mean? Like they always put it on the woman when the woman has enough, and she's like, "All right, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna cut my losses and go hit. Oh, you breaking up the family. You ain't like the women of yesteryear. You don't know how. You don't have the convictions of a wife. So it's going to be her fault when she leaves, if she leaves. But other sis is already in the queue.
I'm writing something for a video because I actually agree with you. The NFL publicly reprimanded him on several occasions for disrespecting women sports reporters. He does not like women. Women are beneath him. Yeah, he has a paradigm in his head about women from this way and think this way, and then men do this and think this. It's giving. He needs to hold on to some idea of manhood that he meets for him to feel good about himself. And you know what? There's a lot of women willing to play his dusty game.
I wish I could just embody K. Michelle right now. Like I wish I could just jump into her body in that moment. Because I want to ask him, what if it was just you? Like, what if this is not inherent to men? What if these were just your decisions and your choices and the things that you were doing and you had to stand alone in it? How would you feel in that?
Yeah.
we have these conversations. That's what I'm saying. I'm an open book.
But I didn't know how you were going to be like in a conversation, because I'm like, I'm going on his show, and one thing, I've made a living off of singing the thoughts and writing the thoughts
in real time
and the true feelings of women. That is how, you know.
And can I be honest too?
Yes.
My team did a subject analysis of Cam Newton.
Okay.
And I was genuinely curious to what people thought. Not that I care, I was just curious. And
he cares. He cares. If you're having your team do an analysis of what the public thinks about you, you care a lot. You care a lot. A lot. I would never. I don't care what. Yeah. If I am rich, I promise you, if I am rich and I continue to be rich, I ain't Googling, I ain't looking it up. I don't care what you got to say about me. I'm good. I just need my people who I care about their opinions to have a good opinion of me. I'm not looking.
And to not have support from women bothers me.
You don't have that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We're going to
I know that's right. I'm glad she let him know. K Michelle is funny. She is so funny to me. I want to know, but wait, like, Kay, you don't have no music or nothing going on. Like, why are you here? What's going on? Why are we talking about him?
Girl, she's trying to sell her thing. I just realized why other men are not just, because y'all been talking about it. We've talked about this, but I think the other men who hate me are jealous because of the support of women that I have. Because I didn't realize he's saying this. He said that he is like upset. It does bother him that he does not have support of women. I don't know, maybe be a better person and like women.
Thing is, how can you sit there having read Bell Hooks, carrying that book around with you, and not understand the deep desire and longing for the divine feminine bosom?
It is actually something important. Like you're joking, but when I'm in the Discord in my real life, because most of my friends are Black women, on YouTube, it does feel like good. Like I don't feel like I'm fighting. Literally, most of the time I'm just having fun and we're just chilling and it just feels good. All the feminine energy.
Girl. That's what I'm trying to say. They see it.
Girl, he's like, women don't like me and won't. And they won't. And they won't.
But still they put not 2 and 2, put 5 and 5 together and recognize that it might be you. It might be the way you're talking to them, about them, interacting with them, treating them, all of that.
How we gonna be 100?
Yeah.
You do not have that. Women are so mad and so bothered that when I told them that I was doing your show, they was like, light his ass up, tear his ass up, tell him the truth. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna talk to him. I'm really gonna ask the questions that I hear when Cam Newton's name come up. I'm just gonna ask the real questions. Like, and I think a real man, like you're doing, is gonna talk. He's not gonna, be offended. He's gonna just have a 100 conversation. So,
girl, stop calling this man. They don't like you because they have intuition, and their intuition is telling them that you are dusty. Like,
but what if I told you that right now, Kay is getting validation in this moment of feeling like she's drawing this out of him because she is such a feminine woman? I'm so serious.
Cause go away. What is she talking about?
She said he's being a real man and he's really talking about it. He's going there, Themis. He is opening up.
Oh my God.
So if I'm sitting here, we're supposed to have a full
No, for sure.
100.
All right. Also, I said this and it was a braggadocio. It was me bragging. So let me say this. Yes, I know my channel is like, at this point, probably 98% women. Actually, I saw some new men, and men have been messaging me talking about how they're hurt by my content. Here's the thing. I don't know why you're hurt by my content. And if you feel like you can come up and tell me what I'm doing to cause harm to you, and I'll have that conversation. However, there are smaller women content creator. This is a small channel, but there are smaller YouTube channels on here with women who are making great content, and I will try to like promote them more because I think women are also looking for other women to support. And I didn't do that as a dig towards anyone but these men who are jealous. I do understand that women are trying to think about how to connect with other women. And I just wanted to like put that out there that I'm aware of that. And I'm not talking about, I mean, I think everyone knows because I was speaking specifically to Cam Newton, but that brag could have come off worse than I meant it. And for the people who hate me and want to drag me about it, I don't care about your opinion. No, let me stop. You're up here and I can't do that.
Well, I'll say this much about it at the end of the day. Like, I think back to when I first found you or you found me, whatever, you were in the algorithm and I watched it. You are who you are. And your life experience and this platform is a testament to who you are and how you show up. So I don't think you should sweat it too much. I don't think and I appreciate the stuff that you do behind the scenes, to pay attention to that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. We've known each other now for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
We've been a long-term relationship.
It's really kind of crazy. I want to say like, because this was around, what's that called? It's like more closer to 5.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Yes.
Lockdown.
Oh. Period. That is crazy, actually.
Percent conversation. Okay. And people like your significant other. They've liked her before y'all have become a couple.
For sure.
And some things that she has said, might have offended women in other ways, like, and now they're like, oh, so now you're in this situation that you made fun about.
Right. And now all of a sudden you done switched up.
Yeah, you done switched up, but I'm telling you, something called being dick drunk. That dick. Oh, hallelujah, that dick. It will make you see things differently, do things differently, and just love in general. Yeah. So what I want to do with you today is have for real, not like it looks good for me.
I don't think she understands how that makes him look good and feel good. She took someone who was a feminist and broke them.
What? What is this? Who is that?
I feel like you're in the wrong there.
This is what you get for colluding with others. You know who I'm talking about. Getting run off. Don't be going. Come back. She's not wrong in terms of how that. I'm not even going to just say that, but just like how people view that makes people act stupid. Because sometimes I know there's certain people I can look back on and be like, I was really tripping. And in my mind, they were just giving it to me. And then I'm like, you know what? Was it even really all that? Not really.
The thing that I am considering right now, which is true, Cam Newton is not an interviewer He's not a podcaster. He's not good at it. And he's not an interviewer. He's not a journalist. He's none of that, right? Cam Newton is used to being the celebrity, being asked questions. And because of his ego, anyone can go into his show and take the mic and turn it on him to make him feel like the celebrity. And then he forgets what it is that he's supposed to be doing, which is interviewing. So because of his ego, this is very easy to do. What K. Michelle is doing, asking him question, interviewing him, is easy to do because he does not understand his position as the host of a podcast. That's that.
I think it go deeper than that. That man needs a therapist. For
Yeah,
real, for real. He needs a therapist.
That too.
And he's not, he'll sit and say, oh, I talk to Jazz and she listens to me and but her function is to just be a receptacle for whatever messed up bullshit comes out his mouth. For real, for real. She's not really there to interrogate him. And when I say to interrogate him, I mean he won't allow it. I know that you can tell that she's scared to really breach certain conversations with him because she feels like he'll be like, wait a minute, you're no fun anymore. Yeah. So he's not going to accept her questioning him the same way K. Michelle is questioning that man. And this is not trying to give him any kind of real sympathy or whatever, but that's a repressed individual. And he needs to be talking about this stuff and he needs to be unpacking this stuff. So when people come and they start asking him questions, he needs it. And so that's why he can't do his job because he hasn't created a space where he can get this anywhere else. And he can do it under the guise of like, oh, well, I'm doing my show. This is good content.
Agreed.
Looks good for you, but just like a 100% conversation.
I need that.
And that's what's needed because I don't feel that you are a bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that.
No.
I've dated some evil fucks, but I'm not getting that in this.
No, with that though, like you have to understand growth is needed.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart goes out to my first baby mother, Kia, because like I love her. Like that's my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Sometimes she may not receive that.
Yeah.
And the circumstance can get a little sticky too. Because even though I'm in a happy relationship, her reassurance to, and granted, Jazz didn't even know Kia.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even
What
know.
you mean she didn't need?
She didn't know Kia at this time.
Oh,
like,
Kia.
Had
Okay.
no, nothing.
Okay.
But you know, when you're dating a person, you start trying to, do your research and you're just like, boom, my second baby mother, Lorena, her and Jazz,
Beautiful.
They met. So boom, it was one of them things that like, okay, cool. And people can't understand that dynamic because it's like, yo, no, I'm mature. I'm grown. Like, yo, and they met without me being there. Like, it was one of them situations like, hey, boom, you in Miami, y'all cool, boom.
You're mature, you're grown, but they met without you. Why are you centering yourself when it seems like the women are the mature one trying to work together in terms of co-parenting? They met in Miami without you, girl. How are you the mature one right now?
Because this is his show. He gets to paint whatever narrative he wants. That man cuts the tops out of his hats. He's living his own fantasies.
Period. I guess when you're rich enough and popular enough, you get to create your own reality.
Yeah, you see him sitting there with that background. He thinks he is doing it up. Okay.
Yeah, period.
What that man say the other night? He intellectualism.
PJ, welcome to the membership.
Don't understand my dynamic. I pour myself into women more so than men.
Okay.
And I need it.
What did he say?
I wasn't ready. I was not ready.
What?
He said, I pour myself into women more so than men.
I'm sure you do. How many ounces? Every last drop.
By the way, what he's trying to unpack is the why women don't like him.
Right? It really is kidding. Why you don't want me, man?
Is this what men are going through? Because he has millions of subscribers and he's still worried about why women don't like him.
Well,
Is
they're
this
going to
what
keep
these
going through it.
men-
Well, they're
Huh?
going to keep going through it. They're going to keep
Yeah.
going through it because you sitting here, everybody's telling you she crying, and you still don't get it. You don't want to get it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Girl, all these men on YouTube whining, crying, coming up, talking about why women don't like them.
And then come back and they'll say something really stupid and like catty and be like, well, that's why they single and this and that and the other. Okay. I will step up as the spokesperson for Women TM. Okay. That's fine.
Wait, not women like me. Wait, actually, this is a flex. I didn't realize this was such a flex for me. I realized this was such a flex. That my channel is like over 90% women is such a black women is such a flex.
And you see all the different kinds of men. It's all different kinds of men coming to sit at your feet and try to
Not at
figure
your
out
feet.
how
You
does
play
he
too
do it?
much. You're causing problems between me and
How does
people
he
talking
do
about
it?
sitting at their feet.
What is
No.
he doing over here? How can I get in on this?
Ain't nobody sitting at my feet. You play in tiles too much.
Because you know, some you speak with, others you teach.
No, you're mean. You're mean. I rebuke that.
Sure, I'm grown, like, yo, and they met without me being there. Like, it was one of them situations like, hey, boom, you in Miami, you are, y'all cool, boom. And that's where a lot of people don't understand my dynamic. I pour myself into women more so than men.
Okay.
And I need it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm going everywhere, but I'm trying to bring us back. Being in my position when you're the person everybody pulls from, your charging station for me has always been women.
But that's why men, that's
His charging station is women.
He's a succubus. He's an incubus. He's trying to take women. Run, Kay, get out of there.
That's wild. And that's the problem. You want to take from women and you don't want to give to them, and that's why they don't like you. That is it. You just answered. You seeing women as your charging station is why women don't like you. That's why.
not true. He had 3 sets of children. 3 different women and
as a
countless other women.
population. Women as a population, not these individual women that see him as something to
Oh,
be
right.
with.
What's the face called Dr. Bryant? Low-hanging fruit. Like, just on this podcast alone has been such an affront to women in a general sense. Let's just start there.
Yes. Yes.
Let's just start there. This situation, and since we're juxtaposing him against you, you have his platform where every day the women in his life and women in general are getting dragged, embarrassed, talked down to, talked crazy about, this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. Then over here, we're listening to you, empathizing with us, seeing things from our point of view, and just talking to men. You uplift us. You always give us our flowers. You always give back. You pour back in different various ways with your giveaways and the scholarships and this and that and the other. And yet somehow they still don't know what's going on.
Because they want you to like. I think a lot of these people want you to like them without doing anything. Like, just like me. I want to show up how I show up and just like me. And that is insane.
But
That
can
is
we talk
insane.
a second about, because in the Discord, we were having a conversation about like inherent value, and you were saying how like you don't necessarily believe in inherent value. And I was saying like, I feel like that's a cornerstone to humanity. And this is why. Because when you don't have inherent value, in some way, and I know like you have your ideas about it, but the thing is you carry yourself as someone who knows they're the shit. And not in that, I mean, yeah, sometimes you talk your shit, but who doesn't? Right? Who doesn't? But in a general sense, you walk around like someone who knows that they are loved, who knows that they have what is needed, who knows that they can get the job done. You walk around with someone who knows that they have value and what their value is. this is someone with all his accolades, with all his access, with all his resources, with all his visibility. He's clearly still a deeply insecure person and is extracting from every woman around him. And while still seeming to be yearning for something, probably just from his dad specifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Because my value for myself, so there, I agree with you. How I value myself is intrinsic. Like, I believe I have worth because I exist. What I was saying is, being valuable as a human being generally requires you to do something, to contribute something valuable to the world at large. And I think that's what I meant. But I do agree with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not, I don't feel like just because I have intrinsic value that other people are going to value me in the same way that I value myself. But it is because of how I value myself that when I'm in a situation where people aren't even valuing me at what I feel is a reasonable baseline level, that I'm not going to continue to entertain that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask anybody else to do that for me.
Yeah. Yes. Because you are right. When I see Cam Newton, a tall, handsome, accomplished, rich man, when he speaks, there is a ton of insecurity, and all of the macho, masculine persona feels like a charade, a mirage in some ways to block you from seeing the broken boy in him. Like, he just seems uncomfortable with his own feelings, uncomfortable. It ain't debatable. Y'all play entirely too much. Y'all play entirely too much.
He's definitely not doing himself any
okay, yeah, with that thing on his head.
Favors with this Papa Legba get up, but I've seen him from before. He has the bones are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what y'all think is beautiful, but I do find him to be an attractive man. Without that, whatever is happening on his head, I think he's attractive.
That's why there's this thing and there's this balance. Like, you know, I'm the one in my family that takes care of everybody, all the family. And the thing is, when you come home, you want to be, like you said, your charging station. Yeah. That's your charging station. You want someone to pour into you and to give that to you and this and that. What I think is happening with women right now, can we be honest about what women are dealing with? Yeah. Women are making more money than men.
Mm-hmm. That's challenging.
Yes.
That challenges the
if you're going to bring me hell and I can pay my own bills, it's not worth it. Women are going through this whole different thing of, you know what it is. Like, I see my parents who've been together forever. I get to witness a traditional, you know, old school type of love.
Is that the old school kind of love when the man cheating on the woman that you pointed out? Because I listen to K. Michelle either. I don't listen to K. Michelle either. That old school kind of love.
I'm going to do it because I'm doing a live stream tomorrow.
What time?
I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, and I have
what time is your live stream
1
tomorrow?
p.m. And I have Can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 p.m. tomorrow. I was putting it in my notes.
Yeah, okay, because there's a TikTok I have of an older lady explaining her experience. And when I say older, she looked like, 70s or so. She's explaining her experience, and it's just like there was a lot going on, and like there's conversations that we can have about incentives to putting up with that type of stuff back then or whatever. But truthfully and honestly, it wasn't nothing really too much different going on back then than it is now. It was just circumstances were different, options were different, things like that. So it's just like nobody wanted to put up with it then. They just did.
Yes, your relationship as a woman lasts as long as you're willing to take cheating and abuse. That's
what I got out of it. And everything that I hear men saying, because I say all the time, I went and listened to men and listened to the men. And so I'm hearing you say that basically, oh, you're just going to have to put up with cheating. Oh, you're just going to have to put up with this. Oh, you're just going to have to put up with that if you want to be partnered with men. Okay, I'm good. Because I don't want to deal with any of that. And the other stuff is it's okay. But
Yeah.
But nowadays, what we're witnessing city girls, we're witnessing this and that. And it's like the genders are doing this.
Clashing.
And it's like a hot topic and this and that. Yeah, it's cute. It's a hot topic. But it is really destroying families. When I go, okay, think about this. Being in Nashville all the time, well, being in Atlanta all this time and then going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville because they'll never even listen to your music and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the Black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful Black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on Black family, you know? Mm-hmm. And my grandfather, I watch my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man.
So the feminist sent her on here to drag him, and she up there begging. The feminist sent her out there to drag, and she up there begging.
Because you can't, again, Themis, she is a feminine woman. She's a strong, alpha, feminine woman. So she can't just go straight down the middle and disrespect this manly, high-value man.
So you gonna beg?
I'm respectful with it.
You gonna beg because he loving this. He loves the. Why you begging, man? If you're begging, you don't have options. You don't have a choice. You're gonna take what you can get. Sitting there begging is nasty work. You don't have to beg if you can be by yourself. Oh my God! Please, you can. No, and nobody got time for that.
But we forget, and this is something I've had to work on myself with in terms of like recognizing and accepting. There's still a lot of women that want to be partnered, and there's always going to be women that like. There's never going to come a day when every woman is just going to be like, yeah, no.
And you know what? And you know what? You're right. You're fully right. You're right, Vitamin. If you want to be partnered and you are begging, please note you will end up in some of the worst relationships ever. Oh, sorry, I don't give advice. How should I rephrase this? Do what you want and provide for that man, love that man through his worst or whatever, build that man up or whatever they tell y'all to do. Because that's what you're going to be doing. If you're sitting there begging for a relationship, you're going to be performing. If you're begging to be with someone, if you're begging to be with anyone, you're going to perform. What do you mean? That is human nature. If you are so insecure and so sad and so lonely that you will do anything for a man, they will have you do anything for them. What do you mean? Like, that don't make no sense. Be by yourself. Read a book, watch a TV show, get some hobbies. Run yourself a bubble bath. Like, actually invest in yourself. The fact that y'all out here begging men to be with you is wild. There is no way for a good. Let me tell you how I say, because I'm not gonna demonize men in what I'm about to say to you. It is very rare, and you have to find a really good person who recognize that you're a doormat and don't wipe their feet on their way out. They don't wipe their foot on you on their way out. It is absolutely a difficult task to tell someone to use you as much as they want because you are so desperate for them to be there. And even if they don't want you, you've made it very difficult for them to just walk away when you are open to performing for them as much as you can until they find someone they actually care about. It is very difficult. It is a very hard thing for a person to use his moral compass and decide, I'm going to leave you, even though you're going to cry and beg me and go on your knees and tell me, please, please don't go. It is very difficult for someone to say, no, I'm going to leave, even though you're willing to bend over backwards for me and do absolutely everything to get me to stay. That's a very difficult thing to ask another person to do. You have to actually enforce your own standards. That's insane to me. Like, begging someone to be in a relationship with you is insane. You are literally asking to perform and be mistreated. Like, obviously, you're not asking to be mistreated. No one is.
The chat is bringing attention to Relly's comment. Relly said, when you continue to praise covert behavior, respectful cheating, it eventually becomes overt. None of it should be praised.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. I don't understand it. Like, I watched this lady and she was like, was it TikTok? She was like, as a bigger girl, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do this. And it was like how bigger girls get men and essentially become a slave.
The devil is a lie.
Men. Yeah, well, yeah.
The devil is a lie.
No. I'm not saying yes. Ultimately, my argument is, even if that is how you get a man, it is insane to put yourself in that position. It is not worth it. Like, I promise you, it's not worth it.
In that situation, if you feel that way, this is what I'll say when it comes to weight and that type of thing. If you feel that way, I would implore you to lose weight. If you don't feel like you can or should demand respect and reciprocity and a reasonable dynamic between you and another human being because you are big, then I wholeheartedly and full-throatedly suggest you put everything in you towards losing weight, because absolutely not. But for the rest of us, the devil is a lie. That is not. I have seen too many big people, and I know what I have experienced and could be experiencing if I felt like doing all that other stuff in general to deal with men. Because I'll just say this: I retired on a high note. The only reason I stopped was because I didn't feel like doing any of it. But I got to a point where I was like, oh, this is how this works. Yeah, I don't feel like doing it. So I'm saying all that to say none of that is true. You can be as big as you want to be, and you can still get treated like a queen.
Yeah, agreed. Everyone has the option to not get into a committed relationship and purposely hurt someone. Do that, please. They're not listening. They're not listening. They will do whatever you allow them to do. It's like having boundaries. Let me put it like this. And this puts a lot of pressure on women, and I apologize, but it is what it is, and you need to stay safe. If someone don't share your same ethics and rules about what you will and will not allow, they will try to get you to do what they want, and they will only adhere to your set of rules and boundaries so long as you adhere to them. The moment you are quote unquote weak, the moment you are second guessing yourself, they will push past your boundaries because they did not hold that same concept of what it is that they should and should not be doing. That is all on you. You are managing your behaviors and you're managing their behaviors. It is not in your best interest to be desperately seeking for people to be with you. When you do that, it's very difficult to hold your own boundaries. It is hard to uphold any kind of dignity, any kind of standards. It's hard to do any of that when you're a beggar. It's hard. So while I recognize that you are not the person who is doing the wrong, you are not wrong for wanting love and connection, and the other person is the one who is wrong for inflicting harm. Yes, they are wrong for inflicting harm. The problem is they will telling you that what they're doing is harmful does not protect you from the harm that they're inflicting. They are going to inflict harm if they can and when they can. And the best way you can defend yourself against certain kinds of harm, not all, is by telling them no and not being desperate for them to be in relationships with you. Like, it is just, it's not even simple because it's really difficult, but like, love being by yourself. And if you don't love being by yourself, pretend to love being by yourself.
Listen, this is my thing. It's not even because this is me working on with the work I'm trying to do, coming to terms with the fact that a lot of women are never going to be where I'm at in terms of being like, yeah, I'm good being by myself. But I will say this much. If you can't learn to love yourself the way that you want somebody else to love you, it's never going to work.
Most people don't even know what self-love is, honestly.
But this is everybody within the sound of my voice. Hear me and hear me well. You got to lay the blueprint for how it is you want someone else to love you within yourself. It's never going to work if you don't do that.
Let me explain this. even if they try this, the broken parts of us, and this is the part that frustrates me, the broken parts of us that is going through abandonment issues that are unresolved, is looking for other people to validate us. And that validation comes with a ton of trauma, and you not being validated and still performing for that person to validate you because that's what you've known, performing for love. Like, you shouldn't have to perform for someone to love you. Like, it is absolutely insane to me. And it's actually really sad. We're gonna move on from this now. It is sad to watch people, not in my own life, but on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, talk about their experience about essentially just saying, do whatever you want to me. The only thing I want in return is that you stay with me. Go cheat on me, abuse me, use my money, do whatever you want with me, so long as you stay with me. Y'all think that is better than being by yourself? Really? Like, it is so important to be partnered that you will give up essentially life and limb and your finances, your dignity, so long as someone come home to you. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't know how to fix that.
Kids Pajamas said, unfortunately, even those who no longer go to church have such a deep brainwashing, it makes it almost impossible to love themselves. Most people judge themselves very harshly. Thank you so much for saying that, because it is about judgment. And a big part of that love that I'm talking about is being kind to yourself. People think like self-love is all about, oh, I'm great, nobody can touch me, and everybody's hating on me, and this and that. That's not what I'm talking about. A big part for me had to be learning how to allow myself to be broken in some places and to not be pushing, oh, I have to fix it, I have to be better, I have to be stronger, I can't be weak. No, it's literally about going, I'm feeling vulnerable right now, I'm feeling needy right now, and then turning inward and giving that to yourself, of saying it's okay to be needy, it's okay to feel how you feel. Because what Cam has been doing all night, and oh yeah, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not that, and you see how it's playing in his life, how it's playing out, the fact that he won't turn and say, you know what, I have fucked up. I fucked up big time. I brought a bunch of kids into the world, and I have created holes and scars and stuff for them to overcome. Let me take a deep breath and just at least attempt the work of trying to help myself and these kids heal so that they don't inherit this brokenness moving forward. That's the hard part people don't want to do. It's not about, oh yes, I'm everybody and can't nobody touch me and can't nobody wake me, knock me down. No, it's about being, no, I'm a human being and I have flaws and I have insecurities, and I need to pay attention when I feel those insecurities tugging on me internally when I'm triggered.
Yeah.
And I need to take the time to focus on me and heal myself instead of looking for somebody else to make that go away.
Agreed.
Creating a Black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, Black men, Black men to really step up for Black women and create families.
Yeah.
It's really not cool. Black men are attacking Black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes, they're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful Black men, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on Black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So
again, so the feminist center over there to beg. I thought we were good on begging.
I don't want to. My girl, I've been rocking with my girl K Michelle for a long time now. My girl is passionate. Okay, she is so passionate. She has to be able to be as talented as she is with writing songs and this and that and the other. But girl, let these men go. Just let these men go. Okay.
And she over there in Nashville doing country music.
She is, and I'm glad you brought that up because K Michelle is not no slouch, okay? She is not no joke. Because I saw some people on TikTok trying to say she was trying to follow behind Beyonce, and you know I love me some Beyonce, but not at all. I remember her back on Love and Hip Hop being like, "Yeah, I'm going into country music," and she had I remember one particular video she had on all red. She was on like this road, and I'm saying my girl is that girl. Her and Candy around the same time was dipping into the country music or whatever. So, you know, I just wanted to say that, like, never, ever, ever try to play her musically. She's one of them ones. But yeah, she need to just let this go.
So this thumbnail and this name will forever get me gagged. Because I could never, this attorney's face is forever burned, scorched in my mind, completely in my mind. When she knew her client going to prison.
And that's the experience. When you get up there trying to defend them, you're gonna be sitting there looking dumb, just like
right. This right here is what you're gonna look like if you try to defend them.
There probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to Black women. What is going on with the Black family? We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama say,
"Hey girl, just put that in a song. Stick a fork in it and call it done. Go by the song. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of this." Cam Newton, the baby maker. Cam Newton is a serial impregnator. Is the person you're really sitting up there talking to about girl, ain't nobody got time.
I also want to point out too, K Michelle was a victim of abuse, of physical abuse, you know, at the hands of one of her exes, and that was a whole thing on Love and Hip Hop and everything that all played out. Well, her talking about it played out. So it makes me even angrier too on behalf of women, because there's so many women like her who, despite everything they went through, they still want to like. They talking about, oh, the men want this and the men want that. There's still a lot of women who very much so want the love that for whatever reason men don't seem to be able to give. And they are willing, that's where that willingness to do all that work, because they're thinking, oh, well, if I can heal them, what did Bernadine say on Wait and Exhale? I thought if I gave him what he needed, he'd give me what I needed. And that's tragic. It's absolutely devastating.
Yeah. And look at that man don't care.
He already forming his response. Are you done yet? That's what he doing.
What do you think his response is gonna be?
Because she's crying, he's going to play the benevolent patriarch.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
this is
think of that.
appealing. I
I
told
didn't
you
think of
she's
that. I did not.
being
All right.
soft and
I
feminine,
think
quote
you're
unquote.
right. I think you're right. And I'm trying to, I might, no, I'm not going to change my opinion, but I think you're right. I think you're right. Because he might actually lead into the charismatic, like, oh, we should do better. What I initially thought, because of how his face is, where he's not registering, I feel like he wasn't even going to make an excuse, say anything about it. He's going to say, but women are the ones getting pregnant. Like, I thought he was gonna be like, you keep blaming men, but women are the ones doing it. Like single mothers. Like that's I feel like he's gonna end up somewhere in single mothers, but you might be better. I think you might be right. His face
He
just
better
gives
not
me
say nothing about no single mothers.
his face gives me like his face right now gives me annoyed. And why are you talking about men when women are the problem?
No, baby, that's his face. He's locked in. That's his intellect face.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Someone said Cam is a fake nice person. Yeah.
Saturday night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in?
No, he gonna drag her. He gonna drag her. Because he's getting attacked now in his mind. She's not attacking him. Whatever. I'm gonna go back to me because he don't care nothing about them tears. If my reading of Cam Newton is accurate, Cam Newton does not care and he does not emotionally engage. He's only being defensive. That's it.
And really create structure. I see white men doing it every day. I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 a.m? You're going to go home to your family, you're going to write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you're going to take care of your family and your wife? At what point do the successful...
Yes, level up. Oh yeah, she messed up. He gonna drag black women. It is not in him. I don't believe. I've not seen this, mind you. I don't believe that it is possible for him, a black man, to sit there and take on the responsibility of a broken community. He has to blame black women, or maybe children or the LGBT community. Like my prediction is he's not about to take ownership. He's going to blame someone else. And the only other people to blame are women.
That's why if she would have stuck with, and I know this is not, she wasn't being strategic in a sense of like, oh, she wants to elicit a specific type of response from him, but she's being very authentic in like how she's expressing herself. And if she would have just stuck, I'm emotional right now, he wouldn't have engaged with it too much, but he would have engaged with oh, you poor emotional woman, let me pat you on the head and assure you in some kind of way. But when she went into comparing people and saying, I'm seeing other people be better than you, yeah, he has to have gotten activated. He's gonna say something real slick. It was gonna be slick, but it was going to be more of a, oh, you silly woman.
Wait, are you saying you're on my side now? Are you agreeing? Because I still agree
no,
with
yeah,
you.
he got to say something. He got to let it out. He got to get his lick back because she came at them in a way by comparing.
Someone said we should have bet, and I was going to say, let's do a bet. But now that we're not betting, drop a 1 if you think he going to drag black women. Drop a 1 if you think he gonna drag black women, and drop a 2 if you think he gonna fake pretend to take responsibility as a black man.
I mean, yes, mind you, this is just based off of now with her saying more. I'm like, oh yeah. When she was just crying and stuff, he would have tried. What I'm saying is he would have tried to be nice.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean much?
No, I agree with you.
No. He would have tried.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Fully agree with you. When you said it, but after she continued to talk, yeah, no, He's not about to let it slide. I'm gonna do a poll. Talk about something while I do this poll because it's apparently very difficult to do this poll.
Why y'all not out running the streets? What's going on here as I sit in my house with my bonnet on?
What will Cam do?
Yeah, look at how he looking at her. Look, he ready. He powering up like Goku.
Drag black women take response.
They
Take
said
my-
the Reapers are outside. I don't want to laugh at that. That's not good. Why you say that? Child, right? Avoiding men like Cam, girl.
There's a poll. Let's give it 2 minutes. You can talk. Let me grab some water.
Okay, yes, you grab your water. He about to drag. Yeah, Joanna, he is about to drag. Look at They said you need a third option. What would be the third option? Tell me in the chat what you think the third option should be. It is safer at home, rubbing your feet together. He knew he could crush her when she showed up in that dress. I love that dress. That dress is amazing. And K Michelle always had a nice situation on the chest. She got some good work done there. He gonna blame the system. The third option is both. Well, yeah, because even his nice is still a bit nasty because there's always the opinion that women are so emotional. Like under anything, I won't even say I ever heard him say anything that was kind about women outside of just their utility. So he'll say nice things like, oh yes, a woman can be a soft place and they make a home lovely and blah 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 blah, but it's still always about what the women can give, right? He never just says, oh, you know, women are smart, full stop, women are beautiful, full stop, women are something positive in their own right for their own purposes. Never, ever, ever that. So even anything, the nicest thing he ever said was still going to have that underpinning of, but women are emotional and they don't know what they're talking about and they need a man to lead them. But now he's going to do his big one. Who was that? Let me see. Somebody said he about to do his best to give the collective of black women a lashing. Yeah, he's going to do his big one. He is. Lime green is a color. She wore a lime green wig on R&B Money. It was bomb. Yeah, it looked good on her skin tone. He doesn't see women as people, just objects for men. Yep. Oh, God. Please don't mention that thing.
Wait, so 70, we had 102 votes. 75% said drag black women, and 25 said be fake nice. All right, end poll. Let's see.
For black men, build black families. We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that. I didn't come here for that. But at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be at a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things. And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever, but my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings because they wasn't like my grandpa. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes.
He finna drag. If he doesn't drag, he's not gonna take this. He's not going
He gonna drag her specifically because she's getting emotional and now she's giving details about herself. He gonna use something she said about herself to dig to stick the knife in and twist it. Watch, because that's what people like that do when they're insecure like that. The minute you share something with them that you might be a little bit emotional about, or they think you are, he gonna use it.
So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold. And
the third option was to just move on without acknowledging anything she said.
Yeah, because he checked out. You can see in his face he checked out. She done said, not to defend him, but she done said at least 3 to 5 things that would be triggering for him. And you can tell the way she rambling right now that she kind of know it, and she trying to clean. You know how you say something and you know you hit something, so you trying to fix it, but you just keep saying stuff because you don't know how to shut up at that point. That's where we at right now. So he just sitting there letting her
talk. So after she's done, he gonna be like, "So what about that album now?" I'm kidding. He gonna drag black women. That's what I think.
Solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point?
Wait, put it back on him. Put it back on him. Put it back on his face.
Homes. If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and have it, it's just not going to happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that. I didn't come here for that. But at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be at a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things. And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever, but my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I turned down 3 rings, because they wasn't like my grandpa. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you.
Ooh.
This is the face of someone who's like, is this, you know what, gonna shut up anytime soon? That is what that face is.
He looks like and the funny part is, the look he giving her is one of them looks. I know she feels that. I know she can feel that. And I know her skin is hot with him looking at her like that. And that's why she keep rambling the way she rambles. Because she knows she done messed up.
That look. Oh my god. Mm-mm.
And can I just say, and again, I wear mine proudly, but this is why she don't have a man. And that's not a negative towards her, but you see the performance she was putting on earlier in terms, oh yeah, but it gets to a point where your feelings like this, she hasn't accepted her feelings. And so then they come out, and now you got him. This how the men be looking at her after a while when she start talking like that.
The moment she said, "Why aren't our black men?" She also knows the truth.
Yeah, but she's
She
still
knows the
trying to,
truth.
because I love you, and then she kind of make it sweet. And they not responding to the sweetness because this part of it is where they're like, yeah, no, not you. This part of it, see how he looking? They don't want that. Now me, I'm leading with this because you're going to know what you're getting into.
How do you say my grandparents did it then say he raised 9 kids alone? I'm lost.
She did it till death do her part, as she was supposed to.
To build a black home.
Oh, this man. Oh my god.
That's the answer. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is two different things. At what point are we going to stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak. Like, you want a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is two different things.
They need to just pack it up, cut the lights, cut the camera, just end it. Because she done messed all the way up. There's no coming back.
Taking care of your kids and building a home are two different things. Period. That's him. You just described him. It's over for you. It's over. Ain't no goodwill.
She messed all the way up.
And what?
Everything she done built up to this point, done. Over with.
Yep.
Point are we going to stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak. Like, you want a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, like, black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimic. Good or bad mimic, you know? But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
Mm-hmm. I received that. And nothing but a white flag, because I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation,
That's
how we
right.
need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable,
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on.
Ooh, he about to ooh. Hey, y'all, get your coffee, water, tea. Get ready for this one. Buckle up. Buckle up. This gonna be spicy, okay? You ready, Thievish? Y'all ready?
Well, it ain't gonna be spicy because he's not that smart and he's not good at dragging. Like, he's not, like, nothing. I don't expect more than a good sentence. What I did expect is that you need to be accountable. That's it. That's the part. That's the only part I care about, because he's not smart. He's not the person I go to for a good read or like an intellectual breakdown or anything. So I don't expect him to do any of that.
Oh, no.
But-
I'm talking about just the intensity
Oh yeah.
and the disdain.
Yeah. And that's why if we're gonna be real, we gonna hold black women accountable is actually what I thought he was.
He's
going
like,
for.
all right, I'll let you get but he got real quiet and he didn't even try to like interrupt or nothing. He's just like, no, just go ahead. Just go ahead. She kept going and going and going. He's like, all right, now my turn.
Go ahead and crash out. Okay, you ain't heard anything. To be fair, I checked out halfway through whatever she was talking about too. But I got the major points, I think, I hope.
He was gathering his notes internally. He was preparing himself. I'm telling you, he was charging up.
I would ask him to spell accountability.
Oh, let's go.
Because that's where it's, tear his at. But then I got my brothers, it's like, keep it real. Not here. The point that I was making earlier was when me and Jazz was dating, one of the most memorable conversations that we had was, my heart goes out to Kia.
Yeah.
That's what she told me.
But that's real, right?
No, it's real, right?
Okay.
But here it goes. You seen Friday After Next.
Uh-huh.
You're like, you don't know Baby D. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's the little boy in me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And stay with me. And I'm like, you don't know Kia. Keep her name out your mouth.
Okay.
I was in defense mode. As we kept dating, she said it again. And she would say it regularly. She's like, man, my heart goes out to Kia.
See?
And this is after she met Lorena. She was like, yo, like, man, Lorena, cool, dope. I can see what you saw. And that's cool. And we've had multiple interactions, and like, she knows what my expectations for setting standards and boundaries for everybody. She just knows the type of individual that I am. And knowing that, my date history was when I did not understand what came with the success. I wanted it all. Hear this. I grew up in the church.
Okay.
My father's a preacher. My parents have been together for 39 years.
Oh, okay.
So I know what right from wrong is, or what that structure looks like. I just didn't choose it. I just didn't choose right.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that at the journey, as the journey was happening, I wasn't trying to make that right with my situation.
Yeah.
At the time. Kia, that I'm saying.
Okay.
So
the first baby
mother.
Okay.
Because man, we caught like COVID in 2020.
Uh-huh.
I mean, inseparable. Just ripping. Just man.
And this is what I was telling you. Even though he's mad, he does not have the intellectual bandwidth or capacity generally to finish a drag or like to attack. It just, one, he's too self-obsessed and he's going to be defending himself and decisions he made. And so like, yes, he wanted to drag black women because he said we need to hold black women accountable also, and then doesn't do it. Like he doesn't. He probably forgot he made that point.
No, I'm waiting because it sounds like he's gearing up to blame Jasmine for something, more than likely for proceeding with him knowing who he is. It sounds to me like that's where he's going with this.
That's also because I thought he forgot. Because I don't know where this is. He this long-winded mess is. Because this long-winded mess is just not it for me.
He's talking about, Whip coming with someone of his status and this and that and the other. So it sounds like he's going to that place of like, she understood that I'm a certain kind of man in a certain kind of position. And if she didn't want this, then she should just not be with me.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
The best way.
You feel me? Like, bro, we jumped off the porch and was just like inseparable. And then that's where she was like, I can't stay with you because I gotta go take care of my daughter. I was like, man, look, we're gonna make this a family. That was my pursuit then because I come from that.
Yeah.
Stay with me. I come from that.
So you wanted that because that's what you saw.
Always wanted that. Still to this day, I want that.
Okay, your follow-up question, because I see where he's going now. He wanted it, but they're the ones who left. So actually, they're the ones who broke up the home. Cool. Because I would not have imagined he would have said this dusty point. What did you do, though? Did you cheat on them? Because they didn't just leave, right?
But didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah.
He always brings it to that. It's always, oh, well, women be leaving. When men get to a certain level, all men behave this way. No man can do this. Blah 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 blah. So if a woman leaves, it's a woman breaking up the family because she's supposed to just deal with that.
Yeah. But he's an alpha male, strong, powerful, whatever. But he doesn't know how to discipline himself. Got it. Cool. Period. That's where I think he's going.
Family. I believe in family. I don't have no friends. I've made this a public service announcement. I don't have friends. I have family.
Okay.
Straight up. And if my daddy got your number, you're no longer a friend to me.
Your family.
Your family.
Yeah.
Because even with that, that's the most influential man in my life. That's the most influential person in my life. So if he gives the hat tip to, then that's my gatekeeper. If my mother also does that, then cool. So for me, I've
got it. No respect for the mom. Got it. No respect for the mom. Thank you.
Always wanted that.
That's what you want.
Because that's where I came from.
Okay.
Now, if we're keeping it about accountability,
all right.
I know what a woman is supposed to be. That's not to throw no shade. That's not to say that she wasn't that. I would resort both parties being immature and wanting the title more than the actual nuances of what it actually takes to be a healthy relationship.
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
What are your beliefs to what a woman is supposed to be for you?
Wait, he didn't finish. Like that wasn't. I mean, I still think that's what he was trying to do, what I said, but
I also want to point out that this is a product of a 2-parent household. This is a father in the homes, the product of a father in the home. And he's even shouting out his dad, like, oh, my dad is the most influential, and this is still what we got.
Yeah.
His father is a preacher and everything. Oh, and that other man's father was a preacher, and his father before him, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lady who was Grace, her husband.
Yep.
We need to wake up. We need to pay attention. The math is mathing. I'm just saying.
For me. Now, this may not be everybody's expectations. These are my expectations.
Uh-huh.
I want the woman who I have in my life to make my house a home, a safe environment, a loving environment, understanding just the totality of this ain't for the kid. Hey, grown folks talking, y'all go downstairs or y'all go upstairs or y'all get out of here. We talking.
Okay.
Certain things should not take place in front of certain individuals.
In front of kids.
So that's not, and I hate to have this conversation because it makes it seem as if Kia wasn't that, because that's not the case.
No, you're not saying that. You're just telling your experience.
I'm saying my experience. What I will resort to that in large.
So Kia wasn't that. Got it.
Because why are you saying it and why are you saying her name and everything? Like, come on, what do we? Please.
Mind you, Kia was the one who left him. Talking about anywho.
Mind you, what was y'all talking about? Because if you was talking about stuff that you was actually doing, I don't want to hear none of that.
Right.
I don't want to hear none of that because you could have not did it and y'all wouldn't have had none of them conversations at all.
Part to me, I was young, successful, and I did not know what came with success. Okay. Because the person who is still the most influential person in my life could not relate to me no more. And now I'm here to figure out this thing called life with a young nigga from Atlanta that got money, that got clout, that got status, and got it all. So my dad, he would have these sermons and it would be so awkward. But you know, when you ever been to church and you'd be like, man, he talking to me. He would make it so intentional. He would say, no, you know what? Cam, come on down. That's who my dad is. So when you talk about embarrassing, I don't know how to feel embarrassed because that's what my family do. We're gonna put you on the front street.
Okay.
And he basically said, hey, we need to figure this out because I can't preach to the people.
Okay.
And my son is rebellion from my word.
Most sons are gonna.
So understand, I've always had that accountability. But for me, my immaturity was still too curious.
But that's real to even speak on your immaturity. And that's kind of why, I want to talk to you because I'm like, your ultimate goal of what it is, because you are so loved, in the community, and we want to see that, but we also want to see you do, what we want, but you also have to do you. But if something doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't pressure into anything that hasn't made you happy or isn't what you even feel. But I feel like, Cam, you have been so tough in media. You haven't even expressed that side for real of this is really what I want. Or maybe it's been expressed and we just don't want to hear it. We want to hear what you say.
There's a lot of clickable things that people highlight more than others, because even having these conversations with my lady, it's like you get caught into the clickbait.
Yeah.
You ain't no different than everybody else. Did you watch the whole clip? Did you watch the whole episode?
Yeah.
Because for that one time that I said that, I made sure to back it up with, I love her to death.
But even if we're watching the whole clip, we do know people don't go with the truth. They go with what's most entertaining right now. So even with you backing it up, the initial clip still has the initial effects and the same hurt.
I don't care what you said for the rest of the show. If you said I'm still looking for my wife and we together, I got a whole baby with you, I'm here taking care of you, your kids, everybody else in the house, the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, and you say I'm still looking for my wife, we have a problem. It really don't matter what else you said.
Right. Sorry, I'm just cheering you on. I'm being a part of the gallery. What's that thing called? The donut
gallery?
I said donut. Yeah, I was thinking about donuts. Me eating the just the protein cookies.
I just ate a chocolate junior. It was
period.
You know
what? That bored me.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like K. Michelle is auditioning. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who is this for?
Jazzy, come get your man, K. Michelle.
Bro, okay. It's about to be very special. She want a family. This a family man. He's such a family man. He got 3 of them.
Just creating family.
They probably about to go out, have some drinks after this. Child, like, what are we doing? What was this
I love this song, by the way.
Listen, somebody, they just was talking about it on TikTok the other day. I was in here jamming and dancing, okay? Because that is the song.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. You're right.
And honestly, like your vibe, your team, everybody here, it's a different vibe. It's a very cool vibe. I know when I'm around devils. I'm from South. I know.
You know when you're around some sinners?
Yes, I know. And that's not the situation here. And I'm the person you can talk to. I'm never going to judge you about anything, but I'm going to always talk to you 100.
And if you change that, then that's why I would take offense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I've been extremely adamant to pursuing what makes me happy.
And you got to be happy.
Oh, for sure. But to sometimes success don't bring happiness.
No, it doesn't.
Circumstances.
As a stripper. I was happy as a stripper.
Come on now. But circumstances bring happiness. If you really think about it, it's like my circumstance now makes me happy. Money don't make you happy. Yeah. Things don't make you happy. Accomplishments don't make you happy. Your circumstances, the state of mind of like just now, as we talk about, relationships and we're talking about just the accountability on the female side, I think through and during that time, still being in a relationship, I was outside. Now,
are you happy?
Yeah,
are you happy in life first?
How is this about accountability on the female side when you were outside?
Child, I'm telling you, it's going to come down to she chose me. It's literally just going to come down to she chose me. I am what I am. And she chose me.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. He ain't right either. He's not right, but he ain't wrong.
Cam, I am.
I went back. You're talking about currently. I'm still back. I'm trying to tell a story, but I'm extremely happy now. But back then, I was outside. So I got everybody's best.
Okay.
I go, oh, where you want to go? It's done.
Okay.
Not knowing the effects or the collateral damage it would do to my relationship. Because everybody's different. Everybody has certain processes that they go about. Certain things that matter to you may not matter to this particular person.
Yeah.
And one of those things that, the situation, just check in with me. When you don't check in, I know you want BS.
Check in how?
Everybody's check-in is different. It could be a text. It could be a FaceTime. It could be a phone call. It could be.
That's how you are in a relationship. You need to check in.
No. The person, whoever you're dating, what their requirements are,
All right.
is what deems that check. It may not even be a check-in. Just let me know that you're safe. Or some people can go days or hours without speaking, and that's y'all.
you?
No.
You like the?
I'm from the South. Smothered, covered, cut, chunked. All in it. Just,
all on me.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my situation was like, yo, you're not checking in. I know you on demon time. I know. And there was times where it wasn't what was being said. It was how it was being said. Granted, my immaturity, my ego was so big that we was having conversations like, man, bro, it's tough. It's hard. It's hard. I'm 24, 23 years old. You
gotta learn. You don't know.
I gotta learn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm still, I know, but part of me is Curious George.
I was curious, George.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
I'm saying I was hell. And I probably can get away with my hell more than you because being a woman, let's be honest, women, y'all gonna be mad at me today about this. But
why she not letting that man talk? She not listening.
She not. And being a woman, what you get away with more than men? What exactly are you about to say that you get away with more than men as a woman?
women are the best cheaters. And women can get away with way more
So check this
than a
out.
man. I'm being honest.
No, I'm about to be honest.
Okay.
Okay, that might be true. It might be true that women are better at cheating than men. And that probably has a bit to do with intellect.
But she don't even know that the woman is cheating. Because he's saying it like, oh, I felt like she might have been cheating. But you're also saying it's in the midst of pretty much alluding to, and you said that you was cheating. Because you never been rich before. Nobody around you been rich. And when you rich and this is going on and that is going on and you ain't know how to handle it and you was 23 and 24 and da-da-da-da-da. So you're basically saying that you was cheating, but then she needs to be accountable because she might have been cheating. You felt like she might have been cheating.
Well, yeah, right. Because you don't know. But also, K. Michelle, why are you making that point? Like, why are you helping him making
because
a
she
point
is trying to connect with a man.
Ugh.
And this is what happens when women be trying to connect and commune with a man.
We're better cheaters. Ain't nobody asking none of that. Probably true, but ain't nobody asking none of that. Show me the receipts. show me the receipts.
But this is the thing, and this is not me trying to say that women are perfect and women don't be doing stuff, women don't cheat, this and that and the other. But what I'm saying is you want to collect and commune with a man and this and that and the other, and that's fine. But she ain't learned by now that men and other male identified women will take exactly what you said and weaponize it against you later on. This don't get you no points like you think it do. Maybe in the moment, move the conversation forward. But in the grand scheme of things, they don't feel connected to you.
Right. Just left Young Gravy concert for free.
When you're the man that she is cheating on with, oh, you see a whole different side of it.
You been cheated on?
No.
I'm asking, have you been cheated?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Currently, no. But when she's in a relationship, and she cheating on you with him, like for him, like, shh, hey, I'm coming back. We got to hold on. We about to get a reservation right now. I'm coming back. I'm the best side nigga ever.
Oh,
I'm
boyfriend number 2.
Man, I'm just a organ donor. That is it.
Not an organ donor.
Listen, I just recently went to a horse race. I'm a stallion, and I get to make like that's.
But did that affect you being an organ donor?
Yes.
Men can say it.
Yes, it did though.
It did.
No. But this is the kicker. Your boots tied up.
Well,
when you do it to the popping ones that are publicly in a relationship,
y'all can't take it.
I said, oh, publicly. Oh, you.
Ain't nothing like denying a rich popping nigga.
No.
Baby, it's the best feeling. You can straighten your wig. When you deny a rich popping nigga.
It flew over your head.
No, it didn't. I wanted to stick where I was at, but I wanted to say that.
Now I want you to feel this.
Okay, let me feel it.
When a relationship is public with 2 popping.
Oh, she too into this.
Yeah, he done touched on some of her stuff. She reminiscing. But what has happened? Where are we at with everything he's saying? Makes him sound worse and worse and worse. I'm still trying to figure out what the women got to be accountable for. Is he saying
maybe
the women
he's
that
saying,
with
I
him?
know women are cheating because I was the side dude. So you had to have been cheating because I was the side dude.
And this ain't even halfway through. My God.
Oh no,
How
we're not
many views-
finishing this. We
How
are
many views is on this though? Just out of curiosity.
77K. For his channel, not a lot. I
How
love
old is
your
he?
channel. Hey everyone, thank you. At
How old
24
is
year
it?
old, a day, I think 2
How
days
old is
old. 2
a day
days
old?
old.
Okay.
A 24-year-old male needs grace to learn. However, a 24-year-old woman doesn't get the grace. 24. A 19-year-old Cassie is getting dragged. 19 years old. Not only a 19-year-old Cassie, Shannon Sharp's mistress, or whatever her name is getting dragged. And she was 18 when they met, allegedly.
Because the worst thing you could do, Themis, is be intentional about trying to come out of those situations, these encounters with men, with something that you can put to your own use.
Right. The conversation is gutter because he go all around the Mulberry bush. Is that how the say go?
The mulberry.
Mulberry bush.
People.
Okay.
And she is cheating on him privately with you.
Ooh.
That make you look at a whole side of a woman and say, like,
What it make you do? What it make you feel like?
Wait, just
I'll let
pause
him.
1 second. So basically, you traumatized yourself, is what I'm hearing. Because I ain't hear nothing Kia did, nothing Jasmine did, nothing. You went around cheating with other people's women, and now because you was seeing how these women was acting, now you sitting there looking at your women who's sitting in the house waiting on you while you cheating on them.
Right.
Okay.
What y'all?
But men do it all the time.
For sure.
But it is different for y'all. It is extreme.
You want to know?
Yeah, it is lay out, fall out, and die. But guess what? Y'all do it every single day.
But you know what's the difference?
What is the difference?
At least we tell y'all.
Y'all tell, y'all get caught.
At least
What do you mean a woman's gonna tell you before you tell the woman? Y'all get caught.
because when you're talking
Y'all
about,
not
and I
good
receive
cheaters.
this.
Y'all not good. Y'all
I
not
receive this when you
Ooh,
say
y'all tell.
we demonize women. Yes, we do. Black men have been guilty of this for far too long.
Okay.
Demonizing women.
Okay.
I got hoes. Man, I got them all lined up.
Different area code.
So you did.
Okay.
But the deceit in a woman doesn't make it any better. Because, like I said, just because you don't know, that don't mean it's not bad.
Ooh, that's real.
I'm trying to tell you. So when you see this happen,
Mind you, don't do it because it's wrong, even if we do it. Not we shouldn't do it. Hey, she's sitting up there talking about that's real. Go, if you don't get up, I think she's attracted to him. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
It's definitely giving. I'll take it.
happening, and you be like, oh, but you get a DM on Vanish Mode before it was Vanish Mode, they used to just unsend it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Come on now.
That's crazy to take it from a perspective of from a well-off, handsome, successful man to see the women that will cheat, will cheat with you
Mhm.
to get with you and do their men like that. That has to affect you in a certain way. Like you have to look at this woman and be like, dang, she did him like that, she'll do me like that. But we never talk about that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm being honest. We never talk about how men
because
feel.
I
When you cheating with a
experienced.
man.
We never think about how the side dude or side chick feels.
And how were your women cheating you? I mean, treating you. How were your women treating you? You had women. You had women, girlfriends, fiancés, baby mother, whatever you want to say. You had full-blown connections with women at a given time. 3 different women that we know of at a given time. What were those relationships like? You talk about the women that you chose to go out and cheat on these women with. and how they are affecting your view of women.
We never think about how the side dudes feel. We never think about how the people who know you're in a relationship and still lay with you, we don't think enough about how they feel.
No. It's not about him being in a relationship. It's about these women being in
No. They said we never think about how it affects you, the person they're cheating with.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, so we don't think enough about how the person you know is in a relationship and you cheated with them. We don't think about how you feel. I don't think we care. I don't think we care.
He said he's an organ donor.
Right. Donate the organ and move on. Ain't nobody got time to care about your feelings.
Meanwhile, sis in the back room with a sore ass, crying, carrying your baby, feeding your children, catering to your household.
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. I thought you meant something else when you said a sore eye.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant.
No, that is not what I think you meant is not what you meant. It can't be what you meant. It cannot be. What I think you meant cannot be what you meant.
Maybe they stopped it. Maybe she stopped.
What do you think I think you meant?
I don't know. I know what I meant. And I think everybody else knows what I meant.
What did you mean?
She said that she's allowing that man to enter an orifice that she does not employ.
Yeah, that's not what I meant, but that's a good one. That's not what I meant. I thought you were talking about K. Michelle.
Oh no, Lord, no! I don't know what she's doing.
I literally was gonna come back, but then I figured out what you meant because I was gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's so wrong." But then I figured out what you meant.
No. I would never. I would never. No.
All right.
I'm talking about Jay-Z. Don't go off the. Come on, behave yourself. Get it together. She's sitting home doing all the things, anticipating your every need, caressing you to sleep, all that.
Yeah.
But you sitting around, going out, seeking out women of ill repute to reinforce your paranoia about women. And she's sitting up there giggling and sniggling with you and agreeing with you.
No, she can't do what Jazzy does.
She's not going to. And he knows she wouldn't go to. But guess what?
She can't. Oh.
He might could donate some organs, though.
Depending
and we all know he's down for that.
It depends on where he's donating.
So...
experienced that too many times.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But no one think about that. Like, when a woman cheats with a man and she really want to be with that man and all of that, that man is looking like, well, heck, you cheated on the man that you got. You're going to do me the same way. And men take things differently. I will give you that.
So while I'm juggling the outside me, the wholesome me is still trying to create. And that's what.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We're going to end it right here tonight. So he really does believe that there is he can be wholesome while being a cheating degenerate. And those are two different parts of him.
Man, don't you see the setup theme is? We're getting very deep and intellectual. He's talking about duality. You just not ready.
I ain't ready. We need to be able to parse through the way that Cam Newton can parse through.
This is a dense text.
I'm not vibrating at that level yet.
You just not low vibrational plates.
Mm-hmm. So he said the good part of him, the innocent, the gentleman, the good father, the good husband is the one not cheating. And then there is another side of him cheating, but those are two different
And
sides
he
of
don't
him.
understand why the wholesome woman at home is not responding to the wholesome man that's coming through the door.
Yeah, they're blaming the
They need
wholesome
to be
man.
accountable.
They're blaming the wholesome man for what the degenerate did. And that's
Yes.
not right. Because those
And they
are
need
two
to be
different
accountable for that.
things.
And they need to be accountable for that.
Well, we learned a lot. That was such an important, informative engagement. I think that we've all been made better for having listened to Cam Newton meander around a topic without ever getting to a conclusion, finding a point in his statement, in all of the word vomit, the fact that it is so incoherent, one, and two, that it took so long for him to get to a point means that we need to step our games up. We need to step a cookie up before they crumble, because we couldn't keep up. And that's a problem. I think that's a problem we have to fix. Any final words before we go into the after show?
No.
Period. Did you know? It's funny how the very first sin was a woman who ate. Do you know that song?
No.
Oh, I'm going to send it to in the Discord.
Mm.
Thank you all for being here. We're going into the after show. What time are you going live tomorrow? Let me see. I saw your stream. Don't tell me I can find it.
Eastern
I
Standard.
can find it.
Okay. You asked me. Now listen here.
Here. All right. Let me set my reminder. All right. So June 15th at 1 p.m. All right. I have it. Well, I'm not gonna like it yet. I need to know what you're gonna say. I need to know. You have to earn
You
the
don't trust
slide.
me?
You gotta
You
go. Why
cannot
you have to
receive
rise? Why they have to rise out here?
When I saw them put them things together, I said, "Oh, you know what? I've had enough.
Enough.
I've had enough of this."
This ain't right. Girl, Taraji out there looking. Taraji robbing banks. Is Taraji the one robbing the bank? Anyway, poor Taraji, girl. Good luck out in these streets. I know
Listen, she did a
Taraji
little
was.
of everything, literally everything somebody could do. It sounded like she did.
It looked like Taraji went going through it, girl. one thing Tyler Perry going to do is make sure a black woman is going through it. Yeah, one thing. If there is nothing else, Tyler Perry gonna make sure a black woman is going through it.
PJ, no, you don't have to watch the movie. Spoiler alert, I did not and I will not. But I did read up about it. And so we're going to talk about it. And there's that. But no, don't subject yourself to it. I wouldn't tell you to do something that I wouldn't do.
Crazy how the very first sin was a woman who ate. A woman who ate. She served and licked the plate.
Oh, period.
All right, I look forward to watching you tomorrow. I appreciate you for coming up and helping me with this dusty thing. I'm gonna go and pretend like I've been getting ready all day to go meet my friends out in the streets. It was raining. If it is still raining, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just go watch Dragon Ball Z. And
okay. I hope wake up. Are you still there? Are y'all still gonna be watching stuff in the Discord? Because I literally was asleep all day.
Oh my bad. Again, I did not expect anyone to be here because I'm probably gonna make this members only. Well, I'm gonna leave it up until your thing tomorrow. and then I'm gonna make members only because ain't nobody got time.
Oh, thank you, Teeny.
Mm-hmm. Bam.
Bye. Yes, I want you to wake up, please, because I was going to come and watch, and then I saw this. So yeah.
Not that I saw this.